Hello everyone, welcome back to episode number 6 of our Frosty Planet series. We are currently working on a bunch of different things, starting off with a new spam in the area down here. We have kind of a nice little water reservoir set up that has been providing us with some pretty temperate water so it does not continually freeze, kind of like we have up here. We had a little issue with that happening, but right now, this is kind of what we're working on, and we're going to continue doing that for this majority of this episode. So let's get started. And I think kind of the main focus that we are going to want to run into is we need to get all the materials out of the way first, and we also need to focus on getting the alveo vera seeds all in these different farming tiles, right? That's going to be probably a really big deal to help provide the amount of carbon dioxide removal that we need. In most cases, I feel like we don't take into consideration that we need to look at how much of each individual material we are producing, right? That's kind of a standard across oxygen not included, right? So you have, for example, 7 duplicates, and I don't know if it's a maximum, but I think it's been consistent of 2,000 either milligrams. Let's see. Let's look at this one here. Exhaling 2,000 milligrams of CO2. So you multiply that by 7, right? That's 14,000 milligrams, and then we also have 2 wood heaters that are also doing 4,000. So if you do the math here, we need quite a bit of these alveo veras to offset those carbon dioxide producing buildings and duplicates. So that's kind of what we need to work on in addition to what we already have been working on. So let's get to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, we did this backwards. We'll just go all the way across and then call it a day. There we go. But we do want to start putting this hot water in the liquid reservoir. Well, maybe not right away. I mean, we want the water here because we want it to melt any ice that we put in here. So maybe we'll just turn that off for now. We'll stop that. We do need to get rid of those though. Okay. Focus, Dom. Focus. Yeah, let's do a higher priority on all of those and these down here and all of this over here. That's going to be very helpful. We really need to focus on getting the spam set up. Let's see, what do we need? We need mesh tiles. 1, 2. And this is a simple setup that provides 1 kilogram per second of oxygen, right? And the reason that we do it, we create these different spams, is to, again, how much do we need to consume, right? Inhaling 80 grams of O2 per second. If we really needed to take a deep dive into it, we do have an oxygen consuming chart, right? So this is pretty much an easy way to tell how much oxygen you need to produce. So we've been creating about 300 kilograms per cycle for the past 10 cycles-ish, right around there. And we've been consuming more than that, probably because we had polluted oxygen, and now that total is going back down, now that yucky lungs is going away. So when these two are pretty much even, you want to have more oxygen produced than consumed, obviously, but you want it sitting around. You don't want it to be sparse. I don't know, depends on what type of, where you live. Anyways, so this is just how we are going to manage the amount of oxygen we produce, is by keeping track of that. And I don't want to go into the bigger spawn quite yet, specifically because it's a lot of work and this is a lot easier to set up. So let's get that started. There we go. Do we have enough material? Kind of. We could always use more material, so let's go up 1, 2. We will break this open. There's so much stuff to do and not enough time to do it in. Yes, that's right. We do need to break this open. Alright. So, again, most of this asteroid is going to take a few specifics, right? You have to keep the water warm in order to produce oxygen in this manner. And if you don't do that, you need to have a giant farm of alveoveras, right? So I think that this is good because it's another way to manage your carbon dioxide, but it's probably not going to be very good long term. We're going to have to wait and see as we kind of continue with this, so to speak. I mean, the best thing would be if we found a water geyser that's already got warm water coming out of it. That would be the best option, I think. Brine is okay, but we'd still, again, we would have to heat it up. Yeah, we don't see any extra geysers laying around. Not yet, at least, so. And it tells you the insufficient oxygen production, but we're teetering, right? We're teetering on the edge, probably because a duplicate had polluted oxygen. Okay, research was completed. What else could we do in the research section here? Yeah, let's get some more of the better wire. Seems like it would be a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to do some regular tiles inside of there. We'll make it out of sandstone, nothing fancy. And then let's deconstruct these first. Yeah, that would be better. So that way they don't drop in here. And then we can walk along the top when we need to. This one is not very tall. That's why I like it. Oh boy, someone's gonna get stuck. Yep. Maybe not. Alright, we need to get rid of this alveoveras plant because it's not going to be in carbon dioxide for very long. We're trying to keep this nice and organized if possible. So some of the main 5 things that I would recommend going after when you start this asteroid. So the 5 things that you should start when you play on this asteroid. Number 1, you need to go to the research portal. That's going to give you some of the specific DLC patterns that you want to use, like the wood tiles. It gives you wood heaters, right? You want to have those right away. Okay. The second thing you want to do is start getting a source of wood, which is going to be the phloxes, right? So if you have a natural formation of pike apple bushes that they're eating and it's easily accessible for them, that would be probably the first thing you can do, and then get a shearing station and a grooming station set up. That's probably the second thing that I would work on right away, so you have a source of food. And this is only if you're not doing the achievement run. If you're doing an achievement run on this, it's going to take a lot of extra work not planting things and so on. So that's the second thing. The third thing, at the beginning of this asteroid, you have a wood heater next to a coat rack. You can build next to the heater so that way they can sleep right away. That's the third thing I would highly recommend doing. So that way you keep them in a nice comfy state as they're sleeping. Okay? The fourth thing that I'm going to recommend is you need to create a pit for water to keep it nice and warm with research, and you want to research the liquid tepidizer. Get that going after you have the farming set up, right? The next is create a nice big carbon pit filled with alveoveras if you are able to. If you are not, then we need to look at how much carbon dioxide is going to be released when you open up pits like this one. So that's the reason why I didn't open this one up, because there's so much. There's 500 grams in each square right here. So if that was unleashed, it would push up all of the oxygen probably up to here, right? So that's another thing to look out for as you're starting to change things and move things around. But the last thing is, do not just accept duplicate after duplicate after duplicate. It is okay to take your time as long as you're not doing an achievement run. If you're doing an achievement run, it's a whole separate matter. But again, a good way to start is by taking your time, not producing, or if you're not producing enough food, making sure that you have enough for each duplicate, and so on and so forth. So, okay, tangent done. Just wanted to go over that because this asteroid is very difficult and it takes a lot of time. Let's get this fertilized. Yeah. These need to be a 7, so they're lower than the other one. All this can be a 7. There we go. Much better. Is there anything that I missed? What else have you guys noticed on this asteroid? Like, what is some of the main things that you guys focus on as you are starting to fill out your asteroid at the beginning of this? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear some feedback, because everybody's way of taking care of these types of new challenges is going to be different, and I would like to hear that if possible. So, all right, we are working on getting the pike apple bushes. We need more food, so we are getting those first. They're the highest priority right now. We have a lot to do and a lot queued up, so we're going to move up to the next speed. My plan, I think, in the future is to provide 2 of the Frosty Planet series Tuesday and Thursday, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday we are going to continue with the regular achievement run series, and I'm going to provide a community post explaining why and what we're doing for that and why we're doing in that. So please, if you feel comfortable, respond to that poll when it comes out. I would truly appreciate it. I know I've said I'm going to do polls here and there, and I definitely want to. I kind of forgot, and I didn't forget. I made a decision about whether or not I was going to continue the achievement run, since we've learned so much since we started. And I ultimately decided that, you know what, we've been doing so well and we've learned from our mistakes that it's going to be fine if I just provide extra input for everyone, and that's it. So, anyways, finally catching up on some of the minor setbacks, like, hey, why don't we destroy that and build this? And yeah, this is probably going to be an issue for a little bit longer. 4.8 degrees. Yeah, let's see. Temperature over here is not great. My goal is going to be, I want to have all of this in a more temperate green manner, right in this vicinity, and then everything outside of that needs to be colder. So At some point, we will use the anti-entropy thermo nullifier over here, and we will send the hydrogen in and then cool off everything else with a sort of coolant. That's kind of my thoughts on it, at least. So hopefully that works. Oh, we've earned a skill point. We'll have to figure it out. Okay. All this needs to be a lower priority. We can't keep fixing all of that every time that something goes wrong. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. Cut this off. Provide the water. Maybe. No? It doesn't like it when it's going through. Ah, I see. There we go. Okay, and now I'm just going to deconstruct all of that since it's not working, right? I'm gonna leave the liquid reservoir the way it is. We'll leave those there. But we're not gonna do anything with that. We're just gonna get rid of the rest of it since the pipes keep breaking. It's way, way too what am I thinking of here? Cold for it to go into the pipe and stay in the pipe, even when it's polluted oxygen. That is why we're getting yucky lungs. Okay. What do we have on our blueprint? A pipsqueak. Okay, I'll take a pipsqueak. They're cute. Now, why did we get polluted water? Is it from ice melting? It might be. Not sure. Okay, so the Wheezewort has kept this area nice and cold once we kind of separated the heat generation. Okay. Let's prioritize the spam here, because I want to get this away from here. We don't want any issues when we move from the little spam to the bigger spam. Alright. That's looking pretty healthy. And then what we'll do here is we will continue going down. We'll create a door. 2 doors, actually. One here and one here to go down all the way. Ooh, the lumen quartz. We want to keep adventuring, keep looking around, figuring out what's going on. Whoa. Here's our teleporter. That's nice. Nice to know that it's right there. Wow, look at all this. This is great. So much stuff. Yep, so everything in this side is going to get warmer, and that's kind of how I think we should just keep progressing slowly. There's our wart seed right here. There we go. And then this is gonna go on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Isn't it one more, I think? Yeah. Oh, it goes all the way over. What am I thinking here? Yeah, we'll wait. We'll need to put this down first, deconstruct that, and then we'll remove the ladder over here. Once these are built, we'll start digging as they get completed. And then above those, we want our electrolyzers. 1, 2. Did we get the automation? We did. We want one here, and then we have like that. Another one of you here. Perfect. That's going to produce plenty more oxygen. We will need to vent this out first before we get everything started. That shouldn't take too long. And then we need another one of these right in the middle with another automated wire. Automation, Atmos sensor here. You're not stuck, thank you. All right. There we go. We'll let them complete that first. Let this drop down. Once all this is done, then we can close it off and start having them run and run and run. Alright, we don't want polluted oxygen just sitting here. Priority 9. There we go. Okay, those do not need a higher priority. They can be what they are right now. Thank you. Perfect. So once this is completed, we could either we can attach it to this one, or we can start moving the power setup behind it. Let's move you here. All right. So everything is starting to look really good. We've got enough food for a couple of cycles. We have a bunch of the alveoveras. We are definitely going to open this up more so more carbon dioxide can flow pretty easily. Yeah, that's gonna be nice and easy. Whew. I'm thinking of opening this up more and giving us a bigger tank for the water. That might be better. That way we're capable of having even more water. There we go. Much better. We want to allow more of this carbon dioxide to kind of funnel in this direction and this direction, and then it falls to the bottom over here. So once the carbon dioxide starts stabilizing, then that gives us a really easy way to start compartmentalizing the base more, right? Making it a lot smarter and easier for everything, right? That's kind of what the goal is. Okay, step down, step down. Now let's do that on both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So if we get rid of all this extra material lying around, we can start managing the heat a little bit easier. Yep, and then if right here we can start putting the power generation stuff, that would allow us a pretty easy solution to like removing the power generation from where the base is. Yeah, I think that's the route we're going to take. Okay. We are going to need to move the granite. Lots of granite. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is change those to a 9. Also, put those as a 9 as well. That way we can have more oxygen, or not oxygen, carbon dioxide flow. The better thing to do down here would be a liquid lock and then go further down next to the liquid lock, but we don't have... Freezing point is negative 114.1. This would be the best option for a liquid lock right now. Okay, since we have a lot of stuff to do, I'm gonna move it onto the fast speed. That way we're not sitting here idly just watching them. I'll provide some hopefully entertaining commentary here, but I definitely want this stuff to get done, and everybody's time is valuable, so we're gonna try and be respectful of that. Can we move the granite here, please? Thank you. There we go. We aren't gonna put the doors in until last, because when they have the doors here, they open it and close it and open it and close it just to get to the other side, and it takes a lot longer. The digging here needs to be higher on the priority list. There we go. How's that temperature? So the temperature did get a little bit colder. You can kind of see this is way warmer than it is over here. And we are using the water as a baseline to cool down the oxygen. So this temperature is going to stay more consistent. It's not going to get even colder, even though there's an opening right here. Yeah, there we go. Completely taking care of business over here. Okay, they just need someone to come and plant all the seeds. Made a mess? Why did you make a mess? There's a bathroom right there. Don't understand why they would do that. Another mess. What the heck is going on here? You have a bathroom right here. Why is it out of order? It doesn't say that it's out of order. Oh my goodness. Alright, well these need to be done like now. Yeah? Rude. At least it's so cold that all the temperatures are going to remove the issue. Okay, what we're gonna do is also we're gonna put it here. What is this? Granite, okay. Is it slow heating? No. And then we're gonna go up. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Because I really don't want this to keep happening where this doesn't look like it's like it looks like it's fine, but it wasn't, right? And then we want to take care of that. And this. My goodness. So having that water is probably going to be really helpful. Let's sweep the icky water. Temperature is up, okay. All right, all that has been taken care of, so now we can not be so mad. Alright, what do we got? A wart seed, yes please. That was a no-brainer. You can never have enough Wheezewort seeds. Okay, that's almost done. Like, the main buildings are almost done. And when that is, I will show it. Come on. So you're gonna spray it down while someone's using it. That's a wonderful idea. Oh man, alright. We do need to sweep all this up. I don't want more yucky lungs again. There we go. There's no water available. Okay. Well. Kind of makes sense. That's why we're moving on to the better system. Because germs. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Much better. How have you guys managed this so far? Is this something similar where you've got a pool of water with like a liquid tepidizer? Or did you find a geyser that has water coming out of it? Like a good temperature water? Or what has been the best way that you guys have handled this stuff? Especially since you run out of water right away and you can't use the wash basin right away. Not until, well, I guess we could. We have the ice liquefier, right? But we've been so busy doing other things, they haven't had time. So just let me know. I really want to hear some feedback. I do read every single comment and I try to respond if I can. Oh, there you go. They have a lot of priorities right now, so that's why everything's taking a minute. Alright. So, now that the liquid pipe is done, we go like this. And that should provide us with warm water. So the temperature. Alright, we have those now. Let's get rid of these. Since we're going to focus on keeping that water reservoir up, we're going to get rid of these so we don't have any issues with the wash basins. If we have them focus on providing water here, we won't need them to send water up here to these, and dirt and so on and so forth, right? And how warm? Yeah, see that? Temperature is 6 degrees. Okay. Much better. Alright, let's get this polluted water. Let's sweep it up. We don't want it sitting here, right? We got an achievement. I don't know what it is, but we got one. Replace all outhouses. Okay. Yeah, we definitely did that. Oh, man. This is looking great, actually. All of the extra Alveo Vera plants, they're taking care of business over here. Right, let's look at the water inside these. Okay, let's hit plumbing. It's easier. 37.7. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, so let's look at that mercury for a minute. So if we look at the thermal conductivity, is 8.3. Okay, so 8.3 on the thermal conductivity. So if we do polluted water, we look at the... Yeah, this is... Oh my, look at that. That is really, really good. So using mercury is going to be a really helpful tool to keep the base cold, or colder than regular water, because it's got a lower freezing point than water does. That is super awesome. I can't wait to try it and use it. Yeah, we're gonna need to get rid of these and move them down here. Look at that. That's a beautiful thing, seeing all of the carbon dioxide get just removed. I think this is gonna be enough. Yeah, we are gonna need to focus on all of those. Let's get this out of here. Higher priority, please. Same thing here. Now that this is built, I can easily go in and out of there. Okay, they picked up the granite. We'll close off one side. Perfect. Let's check this temperature. Okay, it's at 37.9. We're at 52, 56 up here. So this is a really good temperature for right now. Let's actually change the priority of these ones also right underneath those. I want to increase the reservoir size since we're using it for multiple things now. And I'm not putting it in a reservoir on purpose, specifically because if you do that, it's going to be harder to transfer the heat to ice and snow. So I don't want to do that just yet. Sweep that and sweep that, please. That'll throw that in here. So we look at the materials overlay. Oxygen is just really floating to the top. Let's move you here. Okay, we have plenty of water going in there. We will need to figure out a way to warm up that water inside of the polluted. See, right now it's 7.4, so this is fine on the temperature wise, but as you move through the pipe, it may get colder, so we're gonna wait to do anything with that for a while. We aren't gonna do any research focus for a minute here. We need to catch up on all of the different requests that we have lying around. Actually, let's stop those three. There we go. Not sure where this polluted water is coming from. Sweep. Sweep. And sweep. There we go. Yeah, we need to get all of the polluted water out of here. We need to take care of the polluted dirt. Okay, they did take care of that. So let's build. We'll leave this one here so they can go all the way down to the bottom. And then we'll deconstruct this first instead of replacing it with a insulated tile. That way the material drops down instead of goes up into the reservoir. Because it's negative 22 degrees, I just don't want to add that extra heat, or not heat, cold, if we can avoid it. Look at them go. Same thing here. We need to sweep, sweep, and sweep. What do we have? Some brine. Yeah, we don't want extra duplicates. We have a lower amount of food right now, so we aren't going to go right into that right away. We're going to wait for a little while before we get more duplicates. In my experience, that's probably the best way to do it. Especially when we have so many different variables we have to consider right now. Okay, this is almost done. The next thing we have is we are also going to need plumbing. And we're going to do an insulated pipe made it out of igneous rock. Go down one, and then over. And obviously this is going to go up. Right, so that's just the plumbing for the water that's going to go right into the spawn. The last thing that we need, since we already have the automation, the second to last thing is ventilation, right? We need, this is going to be hydrogen, and then this is going to be the oxygen. We're going to bring that all the way up and over, probably directly into the one we currently have, and then we will remove this one. Same thing here. We'll probably just go straight across and up. I'm not sure why we keep getting this polluted water here. It's pretty random, to be honest. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. All right, I think the plan is working. I think we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of these. Get some extra flow on the oxygen. There we go. Let's also get rid of these snow tiles. The snow tiles are nice at the beginning, but you have to keep replacing them as you go forward into the cycles, because if you don't, it just melts, and then you have water all over the place, which you don't want. Okay, the temperature got a little bit colder. But we are going to let them continue to work on the important stuff, which is everything over here. There we go. And then we want these to be a 7. There we go. So if you have any questions or any comments, please provide them as well. I do read them all. We're, trying this out without any help. I'm not looking at any guides. I'm not watching any other content creators. This is all my own take on how to handle this asteroid. So if there are other suggestions, I am open to those, right? Because I want to try them out myself, but without spoiling any of the newer things from the asteroid. Kind of like the very severe hint to go to the bottom of the asteroid because it's probably warmer, right? We hit this, we kind of know we have a warm biome there. But there's a few things that I try not to do. I try not to spoil anything for anyone else. That's why I put a big disclaimer up at the beginning of this series, because for me, I like experiencing things on my own for the first time versus, hey, I want the latest and greatest and the best, which if that's your thing, that's okay. But for me, I like to experience it on my own. So I do like the suggestions though, because we can try them and see how they work. And then we can improve upon them and use them if we want. Those kinds of things. Pretty much trying to learn with other people and how they provide the suggestions. So it's a way to grow. Can they reach all of that is the real question. They might not be able to reach, so we'll provide ladders all the way across. Yeah, let's get rid of this. We don't need a giant amount of tasks to complete when we already have a giant list of tasks to complete, so. Alright, that's looking great. Oh, look, a shine bug. Is it warmer anywhere else? I don't think so. Everywhere we've looked, it's been pretty chilly, except for right here. And that's a vacuum, I think, yeah. Alright. Copy those settings. We'll add a couple more over here and over here. And I'm expecting this to effectively remove our other crops. And then we do need power. So 240, that's 360. That's, okay, it's 240 times 4, essentially. So 8, 6, 1, 960. Okay, so we can go like that. And then once all this is done, we can put the doors in. Then I don't have to deal with it ever again. And then I think this was 740. Actually, we're gonna make sure this one stays turned. For now, especially and those. I'm gonna put a vent here. And this is, I just want to get rid of the carbon dioxide that's in there before we attach it to the rest of the oxygen. Okay, that looks great, looks great. We need more food. Okay, pike apple bushes are ready for food. Got it. Oh my gosh. What happened to the mammoth's fur? Where did it go? Phosphorate and clay. Ah. Got it. Okay. Interesting. Oh my gosh, the Bimini. There's a Bimini right there. That's so cute. Alright, can we finish these? Yes. Almost there. Same thing. We want this to be done like now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I still want, I think this polluted ice is melting every so often, and then that's just leaving it up there. Okay, insulated pipes are getting done. Gas pipes are getting done. Awesome. Slowly getting there. Don't need them since it was all complete. I didn't know if they were going to be able to reach it or not. Oh, I guess so. They just walk up here. Got it. No worries. Entombed. What's entombed? Something all the way up here in the unknown. It's probably too cold up there. That would be my guess, at least. Let's see, we don't have far to go on left or right. So that's giving me the impression this asteroid is very skinny. Kind of like the other spaced out DLC. Okay. Mammoths, Biminis, got it. Alright, all this was completed. Now let's do the manual airlocks. And then yeah, this needs to get done. Pronto. We are going to need another power transformer. Simply because it's 960. So, I mean, I could put it down here, but it would be simpler and more cost efficient to not do that. And to also put this on a wire bridge. Like so. Perfect. I mean, and once this gets started, obviously it's a SPOM, so it's self-powered oxygen making, or oxygen machine, whichever one you prefer. But I'd rather just kind of get it started since we already have a mini area with power. Okay. Looking fantastic. Oh, we have another blueprint. Let's do the mushrooms because food. Yeah, we want to have more food. More food is better. And now this is completed pretty much. We can what am I thinking of here? We are going to start by having a manual airlock on the side, and then once we know everything is working and efficient, then we will remove it and put an insulated tile instead. But until then, we're going to keep a manual airlock on the side, and that will really help if anything breaks, which I'm kind of assuming that might be the case. It's just a matter of managing the temperature of the water. At least for now, you know, until we find an actual water geyser that provides a good amount of water. This is what we're gonna have to do. So let's continue. Okay, they're going to throw some ice into that. I think at some point when we run out of ice, we will probably need to use the ice maker, which I think that they actually worked on. I think Clay worked on the ice maker in that patch to make it more beneficial. Let's flip this around again. There we go. And we'll move it later on. We'll move all the power generation away from this area. There we go. How's that temperature looking? Okay, so it is cooling down, which we kind of expected, right? It's pretty cold in the vicinity. Let's start deconstructing these right here. Let's get a ladder. I'm sure I could just do this instead. Yeah. There we go. Drop some extra water off in there. we haven't had too many issues over here since we swapped to that. What's the temperature? So it's 13 degrees inside of the reservoir. You know, that might be a better indication of let's not change this if we don't need to. Okay, that's pretty good. There we go. Yeah, we are definitely taking out a lot of the carbon dioxide with how the base is set up. Now that all of it flows pretty easily down to the bottom, and we have a bunch of the alveoveras just taking care of it. Yeah, let's change the priority of this. And then we're going to need to move. Yeah, we'll probably need to move you just a little bit. You're not stuck. Don't lie to me. Okay. There we go. And all this should be a 9 as well. So we increased the size of the reservoir by a little bit. We're gonna move, we don't want it out of iron. What do we want it out of? Oh, I guess the other one is iron. That's fine. Never mind. And then automation wire. There we go. Perfect. Now with all that completed, probably remove you and you and you. Temperature, I mean, it's okay that it's running right now, but we do need to add the automation wire to it. Come on. There we go. One more. I know we're hungry. We have to eat our food, but we do need to turn off the temperizer. Thank you. Much better. Much, much better. All right. Let's also turn all this to a 9. Yeah. A lot of this needs to be completed, and then we will be fine. I'd rather that be out of iron. I'm being a little picky, but I feel like it's warranted. Awesome, we have our bathrooms actually set up. The water in the pipes is not staying as warm as we would like it to. 17.9, 17.8. Yeah. After a while, that's gonna break. So we need a better solution for that. See, what's that temperature at right now? Yeah, we're gonna need to just make it warmer, I think. Okay, was this made? I think it was. We cut the pipe here, or not pipe, cut the wire. There we go. Ooh, almost there. Now, once this is done, we go 1, 2, 3. And that has power. These we're going to do if it's above 1, because we're just sending it out here. Yep, we're just going to get rid of all the carbon dioxide, and then we won't have anything to work. But the problem that we're going to have is these are not done yet. So we need those to be complete. Thank you. Good job, team. Yeah, I know, I know. Go in and out, in and out. Much better. One's done. Almost there. Amari, are you going back in? No? Okay. But things are starting to really shape up, especially with the spam being made. We just need one more thing inside of the spam, and then we can actually use it to the way we want it to. Come on. Thanks, Bubbles. Can we complete it? Yes. Awesome. Super cold, are you? Okay, well. Alright. So next, I think I'm going to put a door here. And then we're also going to deconstruct this. Throw a... yeah, something like that. And then I'll put a door here instead. This way the carbon dioxide still floats into our pit here. Oh my gosh, I thought I had that turned off. Whoops. Well, that's not what I meant to do. Let's do... materials. There we go. Switch it around and then it'll be fine. New printables available again. Alright, what do we have? Some ice. Why not? We like ice, right? Much better. More food, more food. Okay. How are we? We're almost there. We're almost in vacuum state. Yeah, really close. But this is good as well because it's just going to provide carbon dioxide to all of these down here. Okay, let's put some priority on these right here and these right here. There we go. But we are going to slow it down right there. We almost finished the new spam. Once we have vacuumed out the entire area, then we can remove the gas vent, connect it up with this ventilation system, and start decommissioning the old one, and continue to let the base get oxygen and drop the carbon dioxide down to the Alveo Vera pit. So that's what we're going to probably work on in the next episode. We'll be going down into the warmer region if we can help it, and kind of go from there. But please let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's anything different that you would do, or if you have a tip or suggestion that other players can use when they are starting their adventure on this asteroid. Please feel free to add your own to that as well. This is a learning experience for all of us. We truly appreciate all of the insight. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to support the channel. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.